And the final speaker, Aaron Fukuda, with Citizens for California High-Speed Rail Accountability.
Thank you, Chairman and Assembly members. I'd like to give you a Central Valley perspective as we see this project moving, fast-paced forward and trying to access $3 billion to make this shovel-ready. We too feel that this project is not ready to access the $3 billion nor the Proposition 1A funds. In today's world, sometimes we only get 60 days to review this document. I mean, it takes longer nowadays to close an escrow than 60 days, and the state is about ready to access upwards of several $billion. Let's put this in escrow. I would like to make I don't want to delve too much into the business plan. I am reading it. I've got a long ways to go. But generally speaking, everybody is right. These are huge dollars. But these are not their huge dollars. These are our huge dollars. And I think we have a say in this. And I think we need more time. I think we need that year to make that decision or more. There is truly a lack of public interest. Let's not ignore that. There's many which ways to flower this up and turn it every which way. There's no public investment right now. Let's stop there. That's the discussion today. And California is facing a credit downgrade and a budget shortfall, and this should not be our #1 priority. What I do want to talk about is to give you that Kings County perspective, and to put that in perspective, I want to explain quickly 3 things. We are the Muscle Slough tragedy, we are agriculture, and we are progressive planning. Some are going to ask, what is the Muscle Slough tragedy? Well, back in the 1880s, the Union Pacific had given land to landowners, took that land back without compensating those landowners. And on May 11th, 1880, 4 UP representatives were evicting landowners from the land, and a gun battle ensued. So what do we draw to today's conclusions? Well, back then, Governor Leland Stanford was also the president of the Union Pacific Railroad and supported their efforts. Today we have Governor Brown and the Union supporting his efforts. In 1880, they confiscated private property with Colts and Winchesters. In 2012, the authority is using misinformation, lawyers, and eminent domain. The game hasn't changed, only the methods. I have some pictures here. The authority has managed to somehow select an alternative that runs right through the Muscle Slough site. I just don't know how you miss something that big. I'm going to skip this about homes because we all know some people know my plight. They have not thought this through, and people will be hurt. I'm not going to ignore that fact. They have people today that are breaking down in anxiety attacks, putting off home improvements, and people who have not been able to sell their home. My neighbor was unable to sell her home, had to give it to her son or daughter and come up with alternative modes to figure things out. Not one phone call was placed to that homeowner to let them know the alignment was coming through their home. We are agriculture. 2010 numbers, ag was a $1.7 billion business in Kings County. $556 million of that was dairy. Just a little side fact, the most prolific producing cow in the world has ever known was cow number 289 in Kings County. Lived for 19 years, gave up 54,000 gallons of milk. Kings County views this from 30,000 feet above. We view it from the dirt up. We see that cow. We honor that cow. Here's a case example. Machado Dairy, never contacted by the authority, found out from a neighbor. Never been discussed about his impacts. His impacts are environmental and fiscal. The authority has indicated that his impact zone is 100 feet. He's hired an independent agricultural consultant to look at his impacts. There are 500 feet worth of impacts to him. On his property alone, that's 83 acres. He has allowed 5 milking cows for every acre. That is, he will have to reduce his herd by 415 cows. At an average annual production of $4,500, he will lose an average income of $1.8 million. With the economic multiplier that the UC Ag Extension uses for economic generation, the Kings County local economy will lose, by this one dairy, $6.5 million. Another big hit is transportation. The authority has ignored the fact that creating a blank corridor through Kings County forces landowners to travel upwards of 10,000 miles a year extra with equipment. That's a $9,000 impact, and there's environmental impacts due to air quality and other things. The authority has a groundwater well count of 0 that they're going to take out. CCHSRA has gone out and found 44 ag wells. Average cost $325,000 per well. That's $14.3 million in mitigation, not included in the EIR. Kings County, we are progressive planning. Kings County has their 2035 general plan. They removed 11,000 acres from their future growth. They were nominated by LAFCO for their 2008 Project of the Year, and the Attorney General Brown, promoted this plan as a model for the rest of the state. Now the authority is ignoring the general plan, and they call it very unpredictable and irregular in their EIR. And in that process, what they're doing is...
Mr. Fukuda, I'll need to ask you to wrap up.
Okay. So CCHSRA strongly recommends you not give the authority access to the Proposition 1A funding. Stopping the access to $2.7 billion is not a failure to invest in the future. It's success in ensuring that money will be used effectively and efficiently. The authority is in no position to execute efficiently $6 billion worth of construction contracts. Rushing to make this project shovel-ready to capture $3 billion will cost us much more in the mistakes the authority will incur and has already incurred. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask...